You earn $150,000 and still feel broke? Welcome to 2025. I bet you didn't know that even a six-figure salary can leave you feeling like you're barely scraping by. You did everything right: college, career, artwork. You followed the path everyone said would lead to success. You put in the late nights, the weekends, the extra effort. You sacrificed, you planned, and you believed that if you just kept pushing, you'd eventually reach a place of comfort and security. And finally, you hit that magic number: $150,000 a year. That's the figure people talk about. The one that's supposed to mean you've made it. It's the salary that's supposed to open doors, give you options, and let you breathe a little easier. This was supposed to be the moment you could relax, enjoy life, and feel secure. Maybe you imagined spontaneous weekend getaways, dinners out without checking your bank balance, or finally upgrading your home. You pictured a life where money worries faded into the background. But instead of feeling wealthy, you're anxious. The sense of relief you expected never really arrives. Instead, there's a constant, nagging worry about whether you're actually getting ahead or just treading water. The paycheck lands, and it's gone almost instantly. Before you can even celebrate, the money is already spoken for. Mortgage, rent, bills, groceries, insurance, and a dozen other expenses you never anticipated. You're not broke, but you're not rich either. You're just surviving. It's like you're running on a treadmill that never stops, always moving but never really getting anywhere. This isn't just your imagination, it's the new reality for millions. All around you, people with good jobs and impressive salaries are quietly struggling to keep up. The big expenses, housing, cars, student loans, devour your income. Each month it feels like you're working just to pay for the basics, with little left over for anything else. Everyday costs like groceries and gas keep rising, forcing you to make trade-offs you never expected at this income. Maybe you delay repairs, skip vacations, or cut back on things you once considered essential. Even small luxuries start to feel out of reach. Or you put off retirement savings just to get by. The future feels uncertain, and you wonder if you'll ever be able to truly get ahead. Society says six figures means success, but your bank account tells a different story. The numbers on your pay stub don't match the reality of your day-to-day life. You feel guilty for struggling, even though you should be fine. You wonder if you're doing something wrong, or if you're just missing some secret everyone else knows. The dream of financial freedom feels like it's always out of reach. You see others living the life you want, and you wonder why it's so hard to get there, even with a good income. This is the $150,000 paradox. On paper, you're a high earner, but in reality, the old rules of money don't apply anymore. The world has changed, and the benchmarks for success have shifted. The cost of living has outpaced even high salaries. What used to be considered a comfortable income now barely covers the basics in many cities. It's not about irresponsibility or lavish spending. It's about a fundamental economic shift. The system itself has changed, and it's left many people feeling lost and frustrated. Understanding this is the first step. You're not failing. The system has changed, and you're not alone in feeling this way. Millions are quietly facing the same struggle. It's time to learn the new rules. The old playbook doesn't work anymore, but there are new strategies, new mindsets, and new ways to take control. So you can finally start winning again. Because real financial security isn't about a number. It's about understanding the game, adapting, and building a life that works for you, no matter what the world throws your way. Let's rewind to the year 2000. It was a time when the internet was just starting to shape our lives, and cell phones were still a luxury for most. The world felt a little simpler, and the American dream seemed within reach for many. Back then, earning $150,000 was a golden ticket. It was the kind of salary that turned heads, the benchmark for making it. People who reached that milestone were seen as successful, secure, and even a little enviable. A new car cost just $20,000, a median home with $120,000, and college tuition, while rising, was still manageable for most families. Essentials like groceries and gas didn't break the bank, and a night out was affordable. With that income, you could save for a down payment in just a couple of years, invest in the stock market, and still have plenty left over for travel, hobbies, and the occasional splurge. Life felt balanced, and financial stress was less common. Fast forward to today, everything has changed. That same salary now faces a median home price over $400,000, groceries and essentials that have doubled or even tripled, and student loans that can feel insurmountable. Every budget line has ballooned. Monthly expenses eat away at your paycheck, and saving for the future feels like an uphill battle. The myth that $150,000 makes you rich still lingers, but it's become outdated. The world has changed, but our expectations haven't caught up. Most people don't see the invisible pressures, massive student loans, sky-high childcare and healthcare costs that can wipe out savings in an instant. These hidden expenses quietly drain your resources. The purchasing power of that once mighty salary has been eroded. What used to buy comfort and security now barely covers the basics for many families. High earners are running on a treadmill, working harder and longer just to stay in place with little hope of getting ahead. The definition of wealthy hasn't kept up with reality. Today, true financial security is more elusive than ever, and the old benchmarks no longer tell the whole story. Let's break down that $150,000 salary and see where it really goes. On paper, it sounds like a lot, enough to live comfortably, maybe even splurge a little. But the reality is far more complicated, and the numbers tell a different story. After federal, state, and local taxes plus Social Security and Medicare, you might actually take home around $8,500 a month. That's your real budget, and it's already a lot less than you expected. Housing in a decent area? That's $3,000 gone right away, whether you're renting or paying a mortgage. And that doesn't even include property taxes or home repairs. 2 cars for commuting and family life, plus insurance, gas, and maintenance. That's another $1,000. If you have student loans, tack on another $1,000 a month. These are non-negotiable expenses for many families. Groceries for a family can easily hit $1,200 a month, especially with growing kids. And if you need childcare, expect to pay $1,500 per child, sometimes even more in big cities. Utilities, internet, cell phones, and health insurance. Those basics add up fast, easily $1,100 or more every month. And that's if nothing goes wrong. That leaves maybe $700 for everything else, savings, emergencies, or just a little fun. It's not much breathing room, especially if you want to plan for the future. One unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, or a broken appliance, can derail your whole month and force you to dip into savings or rack up debt. This is why, even with a 6-figure income, you might feel broke or constantly stressed about money. After covering the basics, there's little left for saving, investing, or enjoying life's simple pleasures like a family vacation or a night out. The gap between what you earn and what you actually keep is massive, and it keeps growing as costs rise. The numbers just don't add up the way they used to. What felt like a comfortable salary a decade ago now barely covers the essentials. It's not about making bad choices, it's about a system that's changed, with higher costs and stagnant wages squeezing everyone. And it's time to face that reality so we can start having honest conversations about what it really takes to get by today. Beyond obvious expenses, there are silent wealth killers. As your income rises, you lose access to tax credits and deductions, so you pay more but get less help. Living in high-cost cities for high-paying jobs means everything costs more: housing, groceries, even haircuts. Professional careers come with hidden costs: attire, certifications, networking, and industry events. And then there's time poverty. Long hours mean you pay for convenience, takeout, services, and help for things you're too busy to do yourself. These aren't luxuries, they're survival tactics for demanding jobs. All these small drains add up, eating away at your paycheck. The more you earn, the more you spend just to keep up. It's a cycle that's hard to break. If $150,000 feels tight, what about everyone earning less? The same forces, housing, healthcare, education, food, hit lower earners even harder. For many, homeownership is out of reach, and saving for retirement is a luxury. The middle class is being squeezed, and the ladder to move up is getting harder to climb. This isn't just about high earners, it's a warning sign for the whole economy. When most people feel stuck, it erodes trust and hope. The struggles at $150,000 are a symptom of a bigger problem. Fixing this is about rebuilding the system so prosperity is possible for everyone. The middle class was once the heart of the American dream: stability, home ownership, a better future for your kids. Now that dream is slipping away. Wages have stayed flat while costs have soared. Millennials and Gen Z face student debt and a housing market that feels impossible. The classic milestones, marriage, home, family, are delayed or dropped, not by choice, but by necessity. Even with a good job, security is gone. One setback can unravel everything. The middle class is now defined by anxiety, not comfort. recognizing this isn't about failure. It's about seeing the system for what it is and demanding change. A high salary doesn't guarantee wealth. True wealth is about what you keep, how your money works for you, and how much control you have over your time. Who's richer? The overworked lawyer making $300K or the freelancer earning $90K with freedom and no debt? The new definition of wealth is freedom and choice, not just income. To get there, you need to think like an owner, not just an employee. Use your salary to build other income streams. Invest, start a side business, create assets. Make your money work for you. Your system, not your salary, determines if you're truly rich. Overwhelmed? Here's your plan. Cut big costs, grow your income, and invest in yourself. Focus on big wins: housing, transportation, food, not skipping lattes. Automate savings and investments so you build wealth before you spend. Build multiple income streams: side hustles, freelancing, online gigs. Even an extra $500 a month can make a huge difference. Invest in new skills: digital marketing, coding, project management, to boost your earning power. The more skills you have, the more resilient you become. You're not just an employee, you're a business of one. Take control of your financial future. Build a fortress that stands strong no matter what. The old rules: get a degree, work 40 years, retire, don't guarantee success anymore. The economy has changed, and so must you. Take radical responsibility for your financial future. Be proactive. Automate, diversify, invest, and build systems that work for you. Focus on the actions that move the needle. Big wins, multiple income streams, consistent investing. But this is about more than money. It's about designing your rich life. What does that look like for you? Travel, family time, freedom. Get clear on your vision and let it drive you. The rules have changed, but you can still win. If you're creative, bold, and strategic, start designing your rich life today. The power is in your hands. Subscribe, share, comment, and like for more.